Alright guys, what's up? How's it going? It's Fraser, Human Activator, Leptokinetic Healer, and author. It's always a pleasure to connect and be heard and illuminate energy medicine in any way, shape, or form that I can. And today what I kind of wanted to go over was different accretion levels, or essentially the different levels of stimuli that occur in an individual, and how often it takes creating this environment, or building this electrically excitable biology in order to get some of the more intense responses. People think that you can just wave your hands over somebody and that they're going to respond, or that they're going to involuntarily move, and it's not that simple. The environment needs to be present in order for physiological responses to be exhibited or elicited from an individual during the leptokinetic healing process. Same thing goes for really most psychic abilities, from my experience anyway. So why don't we go ahead and check out what we got here. There's some discord with how the mind-body-soul connection is communicating. So we want to just continue to sync it up. Now with this particular individual, we were able to identify, like I said, a discord between the mind-body-soul connection. And what's occurring is very subtle head movements or head nods. And in this second clip, what we have going on is very subtle physical interference occurring in the actual video.
So what I was doing, I was working on the mitochondria in the stomach.
We're still getting very subtle head movement occurring while working with the mitochondria. So here we have our first movement kind of from the body while working with the pancreas, which is where the disconnect from the body's coming.
So right now we're working with is the pancreas.
So as we're getting further along here, working with the feminine and masculine energy, we're able to see a obvious increase.
Now we're synthesizing feminine energy in the heart space and fusing with the masculine energy.
Not only is it happening from the chest, but it's also happening from the head as well. So it's showing us that there's an increase in stimuli or excitability.
So right now we're going to go into the back of the heart, and we're going to start working with the inner child, and we're going to transmit the frequency of acceptance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect.
See, now while working with the inner child, we can see once again a clear increase in excitability. Whereas before, when we were working with the feminine energy and even the pancreas, there was kind of stimuli coming from the chest in a undulation-like manner, more kind of like popping up. Here, while working with the inner child, we see our first kind of tremor or shake kind of happen, which shows a clear indication that we have finally reached a very deep level of discord or dissonance or electromagnetic disequilibrium, and to really take our time and exploit that. And really at this point we're going to be able to identify a lot of really cool stuff.
So what we're doing is we're isolating the thyroid, stimulating the thyroid with harmonically tuned oscillations. It's really got my attention to the thymus.
So, while working in the glands, after increasing the excitability to this level, we're seeing kind of a consistent stimuli occurring now where the tremoring or shaking is fairly consistent, and it's also accompanied by, some of the minor head movements as well that we were receiving in the very beginning.
Strangely enough, as an adult, isn't really used that much. It's kind of really only used through infancy. But energetically speaking, the thymus represents the higher heart, or a higher center of feeling, which the individual has expressed concerns of, a lack of anyways. Right now, working with releasing tension in the psoas.
So here at the end of the session, we are able to get some stimuli all the way down to the legs, which is showing almost, essentially a complete cell activation, a very textbook and really just perfect first session when we're able to have no stimuli in the beginning and slowly over time create this environment that's necessary to induce this stimuli all throughout the entire body. So as we can see, this is over an entire session, and throughout this entire session, it wasn't just explosive and unbelievable. And also, that's not to say that there aren't sessions where that doesn't happen. I have sessions where people get on the table and they do respond immediately. We don't have to go through this process of creating this environment. However, I want to say that it's more so the latter way, where we have to create the environment that's necessary just due from all the amount of toxins and just external pollutants and everything else that we're taking in and dealing with on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys on different accretion levels. We actually wrote a book on it that's on Amazon. If you guys want to check out the ebook, check out our website. We look forward to hearing from you. Wholeness.